Hi YouTube, this is Stunticons633 and today I'm bringing a review of the Generations Combiner Wars Deluxe Class Breakdown. Now Breakdown has a little bit more boxier design than a lot of the other Stunticons, and he is a bit on a... he's not really just a pure whitish kind of color. Similar to Silver Bull, he's a little bit more of a vanilla kind of color, but that is pretty much what Breakdown was. He wasn't a full-on white car design, so I could see why they're like that. Now, the contents of the box contains, obviously, another comic, which is Transformers Robots in Disguise, I think issue 14? Let me double check on that quickly. Okay, it comes with issue 13 of the Transformers Robots in Disguise, so it's another one of the Combiner Wars issues, so at least all the comics actually are relevant to the figures released in this waves. Anyways, the contents of the box also includes this saw type of sword, which can also double as a gun if you wish, since it does kind of have this little barrel end here. So it works a little better than, obviously, Dead End's weapon, which is just a pipe. It's kind of odd. And it comes with this really cool double-barreled cannon kind of thing. So that looks really nice. We'll look at the box. It shows here, obviously, the usual stuff with the schematics and so on. It shows Breakdown. And it shows that it does form into Menasor, and he is part 4 of 5 of Menasor. Shows the bio, and it transfers in 12 steps, and he is marketed as a leg. On the back, just like the usual, it actually says, reported by someone like usual. It shows a little bio and so on, and I really like that they gave an extra bio card to each of the back of the comics. Anyways, we'll go into the figure itself. Articulation-wise, his head is on a ball joint, allows full movement, and it can kind of look up not much, and down not so much either. His arms on a really tight ball joint, so allows full movement there. Can also go in and out. He's got a double joint at the elbow due to transformation. Can also turn there. He's got a waist articulation, which can only go about that far since it actually stops at that one point instead of going a full 360. And then his legs aren't ball joints, so allows full movement all around. He's got this knee joint, but he's also got this weird inner joint due to transformation, but that's not really a joint, and it kind of breaks up the legs, so that's not really articulation point. And his feet can pivot on both the heel and in the front. So he's actually got quite a lot of movement overall. Now you can obviously plug on the weapon, so if you get wished, you can give him this sword, which looks pretty cool. It also has, obviously, the twin barrel cannon. So now you can fully arm him up. So at least they do have the weapon thanks to the other components instead of just having a sword. But that's pretty much it in weapon-wise. To transform it, he also's got a pretty cool, unique way of transformation. What you're going to do is collapse the feet. Also collapse the heels, so now that comes the spoiler piece. You're going to disconnect his entire chest component. And you're going to pull these shoulders down, and it's going to free that component there. What you're going to do is make sure that you fold them down all the way, and you're going to plug these upwards so it looks like that. It becomes the side of the car. And then you're going to push that up, close it down, and it's going to peg down once you get it all correctly. So it looks like that. Now what you're going to do is push this and pull it inward, so it looks like that on both sides, and these pieces are going to plug in on the opposite side pegs, so it's got one of those going on back there, and you're just going to peg them inside like that, and just like Dead End, you're going to collapse the roof of the car, and there you have Breakdown fully in his vehicle mode. Now, as you can see, Breakdown's got this very nice sports car design since the Stunticons are mostly based on sports cars. It's almost like a Lamborghini, but not quite. I think it's a Lamborghini. I don't remember exactly what the cars were in G1, but it does look really nice. It's got a nice logo, so while there isn't too many, it does have a nice Decepticon logo here and 15 Racing here. So I guess it just means 2015 Racing, I guess. So it does give a little bit of a nod there. The wheels on breakdown, though, roll really well. This time, all of them, unlike Dead End, which for some reason had a little alignment issues. So at least it does roll really well, and I think the vehicle looks really nice. Now, he doesn't have pegs on the side, unlike Dead End, so what you can do is just kind of plug this on top if you wished. So it's got this weird sword sticking out of there, which doesn't look too good, so I prefer just plugging that in, so that looks a little better. And I think that works okay in terms of armament, but other than that, there isn't much else you can plug onto the side, since the only other plug is back here, but that's for really the combination mode than anything else. But other than that, I still think the vehicle mode looks really nice. Now, overall, I think House for Takar did a pretty nice job designing Breakdown. It's a little better than Dead End to me, but just because the components really do work a lot better than some of the problems with Dead End, where some parts don't really like to align very well and it looks kind of awkward at times. Also, the stability issues with the legs really is a bother, but none of those problems happen with the Breakdown mold, which I think it looks really nice. Well, it does have some kibble. There isn't much you can really do about it, since obviously it doesn't need to transform into a car, and you can't just things magically disappear completely. So it does have some liberties there, but I still think it looks really nice, and I really enjoy the figure overall, and I think they pretty much hit the ball with these Stunticons. Anyways, please comment, subscribe, check out Hero Otaku and the associated podcast on Rajio Nihon, WRW Hero Talk and Hero News. And also please check down the channels down below and check me on Twitter on Darkon633, and I'll see you on YouTube. Bye.